So I spent 6 years in London. I trained at Barts in the London Medical School. Loved my time there.
My name's Ben. I'm a doctor working in medicine at Withybush, an F1. I studied at Barts in London. I have to admit that Withybush wasn't my first choice coming here.
But I thought for F1, I wanted to move somewhere to the countryside, a bit different, and I've just loved it so far.
But having arrived here, I've really enjoyed it being here and decided to stay here for my F2 year for another 12 months.
There's so many opportunities here to get involved with training and teaching as junior doctors. We've got a lot of undergraduates here and it allows us to develop our teaching skills, which is obviously important to developing as a doctor.
I got a lot of teaching. I found that on Wednesdays we'd always have a good few hours of protected teaching time. That A&E was a busy environment, but they would make sure that come 2 o'clock you'd be away at teaching. Some weeks it'd be a consultant, some weeks it'd be senior colleagues, or we'd have video conferencing from across Wales as well.
So medical education here is fantastic. We get a dedicated F1 teaching every Tuesday afternoon.
Good amount of teaching experience on the job and informal environments on those Wednesday teaching.
The teaching opportunities here for the junior staff are the best that I'd experienced in Wales. So particularly enjoy the kind of Thursday afternoon 2-hour teaching, which is for our whole department.
And I think that's very important because it makes the workplace a very positive place to be in. My own view as a clinician is that the main contribution we can make to the NHS in the future is through the staff, medical staff and other staff that we train. And that's what we try to do well here in this hospital.
So while I was studying in London, I was used to the experience of working in busy London hospitals. You become a bit of a sort of face in the crowd, unfortunately. Here, with a smaller hospital, you get a much more opportunity to get to know all your colleagues, and support from consultants and registrars and senior members is fantastic with that respect.
The medical education here is great. As an F1, I just wanted to get a good foundation, a good grounding in medicine, again, going from medical school to the working life, and it's all I could have asked from, and particularly working in A&E. I've got such a broad range from medicine, surgery, some elements of general practice, as well as acute injuries that you'll only see in the A&E environment.
Despite it being a very structured weekly programme, there is flexibility there that allows you to focus on your own sort of personal learning needs.
I've done a couple of placements so far. I started in A&E. I thought I'd choose that to get me back up to speed again. After being away on elective as a medical student, I had a few months off working, so I thought it would get me back into the environment, see a broad range of things.
And all the senior staff are always more than happy. They're very approachable and happy to give you informal bedside teaching, as well as the structured weekly teaching that is being undertaken here.
And it was great. It was, just all sorts, medicine, surgery, minor injuries, a bit of what you'd experience in GP as well. A broad range, and great friendly team.
It's been awesome, very nice. The people are very friendly, and that is very important to me. I mean, they're very helpful. You ask them questions and they answer you. They're not always in a hurry like in some parts of the UK, you know what I mean?
I think working in a smaller hospital does allow you to have time to develop your portfolio. There's excellent learning opportunities here with very structured teaching from the postgraduate centre. Despite remote location, we're definitely not isolated in the fact that we link into video conferences. There's the Royal College video link that is a live stream. It occurs on a Tuesday evening once a month. as well as weekly core medical trainee teaching, which links to the team at UHW in Cardiff.
The lifestyle in Pembrokeshire is fantastic. I get a lot of opportunities to go fishing, go down to the beach, do a lot of walking and surfing, and have decided to stay here for my F2 year for another 12 months.
Outside of work, it's great. Surfing, fishing, going to the beaches with friends, it's fantastic.
Not a week goes by without some form of teaching being delivered here.
I've applied here for F2. I'm planning to stay, not going back to London anytime soon, and I'm enjoying it. Looking forward to the future here.
It may not be the most obvious choice to start with, but when you get here, you realise that actually it's a no-brainer.